Once upon a time, it would have been very tough to live and work in conditions like this. Or this. But thanks to air conditioning and central heating systems in our homes and vehicles, we think nothing of being able to do so now. Until, that is, we step away from these systems. So, what if we could carry the air conditioning and central heating with us?
My invention means that you will never have to suffer the discomfort of extreme hot and cold ever again.
This is ClimaCon, climate control for the body. It's a high-tech jacket that maintains a near-constant core body temperature for its wearer in both hot and cold environments. Its aim is to enhance comfort and increase mental and physical productivity, whatever the weather. ClimaCon is being developed here in Hyderabad, India, home to its 30-year-old inventor, Kranti Vistakula.
My philosophy and motivation are to learn from nature and bring them to everyday life to increase the comfort of human life.
The inspiration for ClimaCon didn't come to Kranti from his hot local streets, but nearly 13,000 kilometers away in the USA, where he was studying one chilly winter. He constantly had to wrap up for the cold outdoors, only to strip down again for the warmer indoors.
Being a lazy person, I always used to find very hard to remove all these layers. Then at that point I thought, why can't there be a jacket which can keep me comfortable in any conditions so that I can bring temperature control into my hands.
Much to the amusement of his friends, Kranti's first design, weighing a hefty 5 kilograms, was packed full of motorized fans and electric wiring.
My colleagues thought about my original prototype as cumbersome, and they thought that I was wearing a bomb.
It just wasn't a practical solution. So Kranti set to work on making a lighter, more wearable jacket without the fan and fuss.
My final solution was a lightweight jacket which weighs 650 grams, and you can control the temperature anywhere from 18 degrees to 40 degrees centigrade inside the jacket, and it can work in ambient temperatures of -50 to +50 degrees centigrade.
So how did Kranti make his breakthrough? ClimaCon makes novel use of a thermoelectric effect first discovered by Frenchman Jean-Charles Peltier in the 1830s. The Peltier effect occurs when an electric current is forced through the point at which two different metals meet. This causes the metal on one side to heat up and the metal on the other to cool down. Switching the current reverses the effect. Thermal imaging equipment demonstrates this occurring right in front of our eyes. Heat builds up on one side, while on the other, heat is dispersed. In the ClimaCon jacket, these metal Peltier elements are hidden within 20 ceramic plates sewn into its fabric.
We have basically selected multiple points in the human body. A couple of points in the back of your body where there's a large muscle group and less fat. And we have selected other points close to the blood vessels so that the incoming blood can dissipate heat to the Peltiers.
Again, depending on which direction the electric current is switched to flow through them, the Peltier plates pump heat towards the body or pump it away, creating a cooling effect. Hot and cold in one garment. That's all fine in theory, but Kranti soon ran into a problem.
The Peltier effect, it by itself can do both heating and cooling. But when it comes to the cooling the human body, you have to remove the heat from the human body and dissipate it out. So that is when the Peltier fails its function because you don't have a very efficient heat sink.
A heat sink is a device which dissipates heat into the atmosphere. Air conditioners contain them. The Peltier plate is a heat sink too, but only works for short periods.
We have overcome that limitation of a Peltier by designing a very novel heat sink, which is very lightweight and which can remove heat very effectively.
Kranti's improved heat sink prolongs the cooling function of the Peltier plate by converting heat into chemical energy. An aluminium mesh is added to one side of the plate. This is then coated with hydrogen bonds, which, when broken down, dissipate heat for longer periods. Finally, advanced fabrics in the jacket enhance the technology's heating and cooling effects.
The different materials what we have chosen is because they have to be very skin friendly and they have to be easily available, because the point of an invention is to bring it to the common man. You can control the temperature by a touch display where you have 4 levels of heating or 4 levels of cooling. So you can start heating or cooling depending on the need by flicking a button, which reverses the polarity of the current.
But does the technology work in the real world? For practical everyday proof, Kranthi tested it out for us on his hot local streets. The thermal imaging camera shows that without wearing ClimaCon, the runner's skin temperature is indeed very high, almost 46 degrees Celsius. But with a ClimaCon vest on and another run in the same environmental conditions, it's a much more comfortable 36 degrees. As well as the jacket, ClimaCon technology is incorporated into neck scarves, sports injury bandages, and even footwear to enhance everyday comfort. But it's not just about comfort. Kranthi believes the technology will help increase our productivity too.
But the productivity of a human being depends upon the temperature which he is working in. If the temperature is comfortable, the productivity is very high. And even if there is a small change of 5 degrees centigrade in the work temperature, your productivity drops by 50%.
And it's not only humans that ClimaCon may make more productive. Kranthi's even developing a jacket for cows to maintain their milk productivity during hot summer months. Kranthi and his company have already won many international awards for their work on ClimaCon, and he's hoping it will change what we wear forever.
I love to learn from nature and innovate from there. We have been wearing clothing forever, but ClimaCon I think will be the next revolution in clothing.